Hi, welcome back to Half-Life 2. So last episode we made our way along the root canal, and we got all the way out to this lovely individual who's giving us an airboat. Let's go ahead and just hop right in. Oh, it's called the Mud Skipper, I'm sorry. And we're just going to go ahead and get moving. This is one of the more iconic parts of Half-Life 2, and it's actually surprisingly fun. It's not just like raw travel. There's actually some cool little sequences we can do. You can do little jumps and stuff off of things. We are going to have a little bit of puzzling that we're going to have to do as well, like coming up here, where we actually need to open up that gate. In order to do so, first off, we need to get up to here. And up here is going to be a valve, which, of course, because valve, and it's going to turn the gate, or turn this lever to open the gate. Let's go ahead and get this opened up here. I do hear things popping out to come attack me. Yeah, I see you, you little bastard. Yep, again, that's kind of hinted at with the head crab mortar there. And even the extra ammo. Perfect. And now we're going to continue moving on. This is going to take... I'm hoping I'll be able to kind of do the entire airboat sequence in 1 or 2 videos. I am also going to have to keep my eyes open because there's going to be some of those hanging barnacles coming down from the ceiling, and they will yank you out. And that's going to kind of suck because if you're in the wrong place, like this stuff I'm standing in was actually just toxic waste. Let's see. And yep, Gordon just got his head knocked out. That's great. Oh, and here is our first lambda symbol of the section, I believe. Oh, apparently I just got the achievement, so I guess whatever... Oh, I think hitting that actually pushed me far enough up to hit the trigger. So, oh, did I actually just... Oh, nope, there we go. I was going to say, did I block myself out of it? But it looks like I did not. And luckily it's just pistol ammo, which I don't really need. So, let's hop on back and continue forward. Oh, up here, if we don't go too far forward, there's actually the G-Man. This is one of the earlier sightings that you can do of him. And he eventually runs inside of this building, and then he actually disappears. So I'm going to just hop up there, see what we can find. I think up here is going to be a couple of zombies, and that's... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because they go ahead and they try to throw shit at us, because they're dicks like that. Perfect. And this radio... Oop, here we go.
Station 12, do you read?
Nope, apparently not, and we can't really do anything with that. So, can I climb up here? Because I think there might be another lambda thing up here. I could be wrong. This could just be nothing. But I feel like there's a reason that this area is actually like a whole platform that we can use. Oop, you little fucker. Okay. Well, there has to be something, right? I would hope. Oh, okay, here we go. So let's, Perfect! That looks like a supply crate. Ooh, and that had some stuff like health. Health and ammo. So, Geronimo! And into the water we go. Yeah, here this is. So this is what I was thinking of. This is the lambda, locators. Or the lambda thing. Alright. That actually is completely optional. You don't have to go there, but I normally like to, just to get the extra material anyway. And it is nice to have you have a little bit more of the SMG ammo, because we are going to blow through that like crazy. Do a quick ramp over here. I'm going to try to nail some of the jumps that are available to us if I can get to them in time, and if I remember them in time, just to show them off, because they are fun little bits of the game. And over here... thanks?
Look out below!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this guy goes ahead and he drops us some... Did you just drop a box on my head? Yeah, he did. Okay. So this is actually our next sequence of puzzles. This is sort of a reverse version of the one that we did earlier. We have to put enough barrels underneath there to raise this up so that we can ramp off of it to get to the other side of the airboat. Getting to it is... Oh, go away. Perfect. Getting to it is fairly simple. It's mostly just a question of finding all of these barrels up here. So I think that's 4 of them. Let's make sure that there's nothing else back here, because it takes a surprising number, if memory serves, to actually do it. Alright, okay, so this just leads us back to there. Although, didn't I see a... Yeah, I thought I saw a lambda. Oh, and then it plays the spooky music. Interesting. Yep, you're not explosive. I don't know why I would hit that to test that instead of checking with a pistol, but alas, ours is not the reason why. Ours is just to kill ourselves, apparently. So let's jump back in. All right, so we got that there, and one more of you. I'm hoping that will end up being enough. Oh, that's right. I need to get over here, don't I? Because if you don't have enough of them, the game does just, it tips it back and then you slam into the water, and it's actually a little bit of a pain in the ass to get back because of how kind of weird the section is. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and yeah, there we are. Overall, this is a pretty fun section, and the ending of this is actually a lot of fun to do. Oh, now we get to worry about this. That's a combine, like, dropship or something. That thing on the underside is just loaded with troops. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like right here. Luckily, we can actually run them over with the airboat, and I'm going to try to if I get an opportunity. Let's see, can I get one here? Yep, there we go. All right. Oh no, there's my jump, so I need to go back this way. Eventually I think we're going to start getting chased by the hunter choppers, the things that were shooting at us earlier when we were running through the canal. That's going to suck quite a bit, but eventually we'll get a way to fight back. I'm not going to say too much more than that because it does kind of spoil a pretty fun one to get. Alright, so these guys here. I think we can actually take out the supports as well to kill them. Yep, there we go. I just heard death noises. And, alright, yeah, now there's barnacles in play. And we need to keep an eye out for them as well. Ooh, and another loading gate. We're making good time. I think there are, like, supply caches kind of scattered around in certain areas. But I don't really think they're worth it. Because, you know, as you can see, I'm not really taking much in the way of damage at all. And what damage I am taking is pretty negligible on this difficulty. And yeah, you can go ahead, you can shoot at me, I'm going to take out the supports. Which, oh, that's right, because one of those is metal. And now we're going to go into here. And that gate is actually closed. So, I need to head this way, I believe. And I need to climb up. And we pretty much have to just go do a bunch of murder in order to open up the gate. There's a bunch of combine blocking the door. Yeah, so I think in here, this is where we're going to start running into issues. Oh, yeah, and we can listen to Green sit here and talk about how, you know, we're the big bad guy here. Despite him being a traitor and an asshole. Oh, so these here, we've encountered them once or twice before. These are just infinite ammo boxes, so every time I open these up, they're going to just replenish. And I think they always have enough ammo to completely replenish whatever item is labeled. So whether it's a rocket launcher, or it's SMG ammo, or anything. Oh, hello. And let's see. So these grenades are a little bit interesting to use. Obviously they have like a big glowing orange thing. Or not a big glowing orange, a big glowing red portion to them, which kind of gives away their position to the enemy. But they are fairly powerful, and I'm going to probably use a lot of them, especially because, why the hell not, we have infinite ammo. And let's do that, and let's see, is that going to nail you? Nope. Oh dear, that's right. I think there's... oh. Alright, just gonna hit that crowbar. Alright, that should have hopefully taken out most of the assholes that were in play at least. Yeah, and we can see that there's more of these. Oh, okay. So that's what those lights were. Interesting. They were actually the controls for the mad hacks. Good to know. I don't think I've ever really noticed that before, or if I did, it just kind of didn't exist. Oh, great. Here's this section. So there is a gun turret over there. We need to take this asshole out. And I think that's why the game gives us infinite grenades here, because that's going to be the easiest way to do it. It does look like we have actually just scared him off of his turret, so I'm just going to go ahead and rush him. The turret itself is actually pretty dangerous, but when it's just some asshole with a machine gun, it's less so. And, as you can tell, we're going to have another sequence of this coming up, but it's not going to be until he comes back. So, yep, perfect. Oh, well, that actually worked out quite well. And let's see if this one does any work. I'll check out one of them. Okay. let's make sure there's nobody else hiding around the corner here because, yeah, we're going to have to fight our way back out as soon as this wraps up again. And I'd really prefer not to be taking shots from both the back and the front if at all possible. This is gonna be difficult enough as is. So, bad news. Looks like our gate's locked. Good news. There's some, what are those called? Steel beams, I-beams. And there's explosive barrels. We can go ahead, and we can shoot these. And what it does is it blows open the gate. We're very, very lucky that that does not somehow stop us from getting the airboat through. And now, the Combine are sending their people after us. So let's go get back to our machine gun turret, and let's just get to waiting. So we can go ahead and show them what it feels like to be on the wrong side. Alright, so that's done. Let's go ahead. I want to take out some of their cover as well. You can properly prepare for this a little better by, moving some of the stuff that's over there around. Obviously, the barrels, I don't think we can necessarily move this, but, the crates we could have gotten rid of. I don't really think it matters. This game it's not difficult enough, I think, to warrant that. And there is this game's version of the underslung grenade launcher. Fuck it. There we go. Yeah, you can see there the turrets that they have mounted are very, very dangerous. So I shouldn't have gone ahead and just rushed it, but I wasn't really feeling the patience today. So I just wanted to eliminate them. Obviously, it did work out fine. Oh, and yeah, there's this turret up there or camera system or whatever that is. I don't really know I don't think those are turrets. I think all the turrets in this game are static standing ones. Just like in the original. Alright, so there's some more health there, and I think there might have been a little more health up here somewhere. Maybe well, okay, I know for a fact that I'm crazy, but maybe I'm more crazy than I realized. Whatever it is. Let's go get back to our airboat. And it is nice that these guys actually do drop little health packets. That was something that I think in the original Half-Life was missing, and I think that they ended up changing over in Black Mesa, the team that did it. They made it so that certain enemy types, especially enemy medics, would drop heals for you. And that does make the game a lot easier. Okay, there we go. There's a crate that had some stuff for us. So let us get moving. I think our next real threat is going to be from that helicopter. Oh yeah, stop being assholes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be that. Yeah, and then obviously the APCs that are lobbing missiles at us. So, going to here. God, that's so satisfying just to run them over and to see them ragdoll. I think that was one of the big things that everyone kind of remembers a couple of things about this. It's the gravity gun, and it was the ragdoll physics. Because this wasn't the first game to use them, but the ragdoll physics that were in here were just so damn satisfying. Oh, now let's go ahead and do a sweet jump over some flaming bullshit. I remember that sequence actually stumped me quite a bit the very first time that I ever played this game, because I didn't really, see the, I didn't quite see the open portion that we could go through. Alright, so now we have a problem. We have to do some... Wait, no we don't. I'm thinking of a later section. There's a section coming up that's going to have something like that, where we're going to be taking fire from all sides, and we have to do, basically platforming with the airboat. And that's going to be a massive pain in the neck to do. Alright, go ahead and get you loaded up. I do like that this game does take less time to load than Black Mesa seems to. But it does make sense, right? Because I think this is... I want to say this game's from, 2004. I mean, yeah, Half-Life 2 is old as hell, all things considered. Alright, so let's see. There is a supply cache. How can I get up to that supply cache? Alright, so I can't do it that way. What are you... Oh, okay, here we go. Duh. There's actually, I think, a reverse version of this coming up, which is another pretty clever piece of game design, actually. We have to... If I recall, we have to do something like... I think we have to actually put a bunch of stuff in one of those containers to lower something in order for us to move forward, like raise a gate or lower a gate or something. It's something to that effect. So that's actually kind of clever. I like that, how they use that as like a teaching moment if you pay attention. Alright, and now these assholes go ahead and they lower another gate on us. So we get to go over to this docking area, and we're going to continue killing hundreds and hundreds of Combine. I would be really curious to know what Gordon's actual kill count is by the end of this franchise. Somebody could probably go through and count it, but I mean, we're already... Ooh, hello, Magnum. We're already at the count of like tens, like hundreds upon hundreds, if not even thousands. So yeah, I'd be really curious to know exactly how many assholes Gordon has killed yet. So we're actually going to do a couple of things. First, kill these guys, and then we're going to try to stay in cover because that's going to hang out and be shooting at us for this entire sequence. And that makes this entire sequence kind of a pain in the ass. The Magnum, if I recall, is actually recommended for a moment that's coming up. We're going to be in a building on the other side of all of these shipping containers, and that building is going to be full of assholes. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use our Magnum to deal with them. Because I think they have the high ground, and I think that they just sit there chipping away at your health overall. Yeah, here we are. So let's go on ahead here. Let's... Yeah, because I can Magnum really complete waste on the manhacks, but it's not wasted when it comes to these assholes, so... Hello. Perfect. Yep, and it looks like a single shot is actually taking them out, which is really all you need. Hold on, is there more of you guys? Christ, how many of you are there? Man, yeah, there's a lot of these guys out here. You know what? I'm actually not going to go outside because that's where the chopper is. The chopper, I don't know if it's despawned or not. And if it hasn't despawned, it can probably kill me at this health level in about a second. Alright, make sure that there's nothing else around here, and then we're... I think we might have to do platforming to get to the other side. What? Where are... Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I talked about this. In the original Half-Life and in Black Mesa, the SMG that we had and the pistol did share ammo. In this game, that has changed. What the hell? Oh, weird. My sprint leg didn't activate there for a second. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. There's some more health. Yeah, they went ahead and they shared ammo, so you had some sequences in the game that just... It was a little tougher because you kind of only had one ammo pool for two pretty decent weapons. Ooh, hello. Can you stop that? Yeah, let's stick underneath here. And... Oh yeah, and you can hear... Yeah, it says it's charging, so I don't know, like, if the weapon that it uses is like an energy weapon or something, but... Whatever it is, it takes time to spool up the cannon that it's using. Perfect. And anybody else? Well, you know what? I do see some of this. So let's go ahead. Alright, and I do see some energy. I'd like to use this because this tells me that we're about to go take a lot of fire from behind the chopper. Yep, and that's exactly what I was afraid of. And before you ask, no, there really isn't a way to damage this thing. We just have to deal with it for now. So let's go. Is it back this way? No, but ammo was okay. Well, that's nothing to sneeze at, I guess. There we go. All right, and now I need to. I think. Oh yeah, here we are. I believe I remember this. I think up there's actually a combine guard. So I'm just going to. Perfect. Alright, so we've been getting shot by this fucking thing the whole time. Let's go ahead, and let's give it a taste of its own medicine. So the good news is they have this big heavy machine gun up here that for some reason they didn't use on our approach because they would have had a perfect line of sight on it. But this, we can actually use to drive off the chopper for a while. Sadly, we can't kill it yet. Alright, just gonna go ahead and put some fire down. And that button opened up our gates, so we can now head all the way back to get home. Now this is a nice little shortcut here. This is where that first guy was shooting at us. So if we just run along, we will make our way over to the airboat. Or I'm sorry, the mud skip or whatever it's called. And you may be wondering too, why am I so willing to get into the water in this game? The ichthyosaurs, the things that we saw, despite there being one at the start of the game, they actually don't really exist at all in the original, and I don't think they exist in any of the sequels either. They changed drastically how they keep players out of the water in this game, and we might get a chance to see it, we might not. Hello. Yeah, oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. These guys start dropping mines instead, and how they drop mines sucks, because it's like a really erratic pattern, and the mines will blow up if you touch them. Or they also go off after a set amount of time, if memory serves. What was I talking about otherwise? Oh yeah, they changed how they keep players out of the water. I think by the time that you see it, you end up dying, and it's actually an enemy type that was in the original that it got expanded upon, I want to say. Or, yeah, I think they got expanded upon in this particular game. Just trying to think. Yeah, they got expanded and kind of like, they changed how the story worked a bit. But yeah, the Ichthyosaur, those water monsters, they don't exist at all. And if you actually even spawn them in, they straight up don't interact whatsoever. If I went ahead and if I put in the console command, it would just spawn a static model, and it would just like look at you. I think it can damage you if you touch it, though. So it's like partially implemented, but it doesn't have any code to actually be an enemy. Yeah, and if we look behind us, yeah, you can see those are starting to explode. It is nice that they hit. There we go, yeah, one of them managed to nick us. It is nice of them that they tend to kind of drop them in like this weaving line. So they're not too dangerous as long as you pay attention, but yeah, if you do find yourself kind of stuck still for more than a second, it will start dropping them directly on top of you, or like right around you, and that's a really messy situation to be in. Alright, so let's go around here and get over this. I'm kind of curious where on Earth you just have like these canals that are overgrown, but they do sort of touch on that story-wise. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna take a hit there. Yeah, so that did almost no damage, but it did go ahead and it did do a little bit, and it did sort of knock me off course, so then the chopper was able to take shots at me. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, and you can see there's some of like the little glitches that exist in Source with its lighting engine. So yeah, like the lights don't quite make sense on their face. It's very little things like that. Alright, let's go down here, and let us keep going. Perfect, and do another loading gate. And it's only been about 20-ish minutes or so, which is nice. I really do think that I might be able to get to the like halfway point of the sequence before this ends. Oh yeah, and the chopper's just waiting for us. It's a bastard. Yeah, this is still one of the really iconic parts, and there's two real vehicle sequences in this game. I'm sure anyone who's ever played it obviously remembers the second one, which I'm not going to spoil for you. I do prefer this particular one. The second one, it doesn't feel quite as, like, what is the word for phrase I want? It doesn't feel like as tight, as neat. How that vehicle controls, that was a hell of a threading video. How that vehicle controls just doesn't really feel the best. Oh dear. Yeah, we do run into some problems, situations like that as well. Yeah, where everything kind of isolates us down. I am going to stick this way because I don't want to take hits that I can avoid. Oops. Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to take more and more hits that are really chipping away at my suit energy. So I do want to really keep going. And I think this might be coming up on the section I was talking about earlier. Oh, you bastard, come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. Alright, let's go ahead, and I need to do a couple of things. First, I need to do this, because this is actually how we lower the airboat, and I also want to go around and gather up the section of ammo and supplies, because we're going to have a little bit of a rough time coming up. Let's top off here. Oop, there we go. This might be enough to actually get us completely filled up, or like 90% of the way there. Yeah, okay. And let's go ahead and lower this. Alright, so let me drop it here. Oh, yeah, and there you go. You can see that just went ahead and took a pretty significant chunk of my health away. You know, almost, I think it was like 5 damage worth. Oh, fuck. And now they're starting to shell me with head crabs, which I don't really know what they're thinking. Oh dear. You know what? What we have to do is we have to actually ramp off a part of this to get over that. And I think I may have been moving so quickly that the game didn't get that particular section done maybe in time. Yeah, that was it. Because I think the model actually breaks 3/4 of the way down, and then that's the settle. And if you hit it too early, it just like treats it like a solid wall. Ah, you bastard! Go away. Oh, that was nice of them. The APC just managed to put a rocket into the helicopter for me. Now, if only those rockets were a little more powerful, like the RPG shells, I might be able to actually take it out if I did that a couple times more. But sadly, I don't think that the game is actually wired to let us. I do also hope that the audio quality is a little better. It's been disgustingly hot here where I live, and I had to have some fans running last time. I did turn them off this time because I was trying to minimize like the weird echo effects going on. But I also know that it didn't make the audio of what I was doing sound particularly well. Alright, so this is actually our next puzzle, and I talked about this a little while ago where we had this like ramping section. Let me just go up here quick. Yeah, because what we have to do is we have to put a bunch of stuff in to raise that ramp in order to allow us to move forward. And the most obvious item that we have here is this. And that does a pretty significant amount of weight for us. I do think I need to actually unlock the lever for it. Yeah, there we are. And I'll just go ahead and I'll put a couple other items down here just to be sure. A tire probably isn't going to weigh a whole lot, but maybe a cinder block, because I don't really know how much an airboat actually weighs, so I'm just trying to be safe. Perfect. And then, nope, I don't go straight, because that just leads to a dead end, and I'll probably just give Gordon a concussion. It was probably 60 or 71 in the past. I don't know, what probably for him feels like 3 days. Alright, and, oh, hello.
Freeman, aren't you?
Yes I am, Random Resistance member.
I could see with my own eyes. Dr. Gordon Freeman himself.
Alright, let's move on in. So this is actually going to be a part where we're going to get our upgrade to the airboat, and that's going to make the next section a lot more fun.
Ready to pull out.
Better hurry. Alright. Gotta tear down this camp and get out of here.
Sorry, I'm not really listening to them. They're just kind of saying that they're going to break down the camp here. Oh, and can you go ahead and give me any... Nope, you don't. Alright, so he's going to tell us about our next leg of the journey to Black Mesa East. And is there anything else in here I can use? No. Okay. What? Oh yeah, you're waiting for her to block me, so I can't see what the Vortigon's doing.
This here's the dam. It's just up ahead.
Okay.
Eli's hideout is here. A stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant.
Sounds
Getting
good.
there with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible. Good news is, the Vortigon's working his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward. I think he's just finishing up now. Go on out.
So yeah, we can actually watch it. There's not really anything fancy. He just does that for the entire time. So, the Vortigon has given us a machine gun. And it's a machine gun similar to the one that I used to take on the airboat, or to take on the chopper earlier.
Came off one of the same hunter choppers that you're up against. I always like to bring a little irony to a firefight.
I like you. I like your
Take that
approach to
chopper
things.
down, and you should be able to tear on through to Eli's place.
Sounds good, buddy, although I don't know why we don't have...
Or suffer greatly on the road ahead.
Well, I'm always wanting to take free weapons.
We remember the free man. We are coterminous.
I don't know what that means. Thanks, I guess.
There
And you
is
can
no
heal.
distance.
Okay, and you can go ahead and do that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this video here. Next time, we are going to be making our way over the rest of the canal. We're going to be getting in a fight with that bastard Hunter Chopper, and we're going to be giving the Hunter Chopper what for. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.